Hello, my friends, and welcome to your Michigan Compass. You know, in Michigan, one of the biggest things that people love to do for vacations is go camping. So that's what we're doing today. We're at Jellystone Park in South Haven, Michigan. Come along with us. Jellystone Park is home to Yogi Bear and friends. Yogi, Boo Boo, Cindy Bear, Mr. Ranger, they're all here. And you can do meet and greets with them from time to time. When we came in last night, right over there at that fire pit, Yogi was sitting there doing meet and greets and photos. Having been to several Jellystone parks in the past, including the one in Silver Lake, the one in Indiana, and one down all the way in Tennessee, this is one of the nicer ones that I've been to. While they don't have as many amenities as far as the water park that was in Indiana, they do have a lot of fun things for the kids to do, and everything is kind of a little bit higher level than the other parks we've been to. Just take a look at this fire pit that you can sit around with Yogi. When we came in last night, Yogi was sitting here around the campfire with all the kids, and he was doing photo opportunities right here. It was such a cool thing to see. This building, called the Cartoon Cafe, has all kinds of good, yummy desserts to eat, including huge waffle cones with ice cream, Slurpees, and all kinds of good stuff like pizza. Any kind of snack you could possibly want, you can find here at the Cartoon Cafe. And you can even sit in one of these awesome little tables and enjoy your food. Right around the side of the Cartoon Cafe, they have even more tables with umbrellas where you can sit and enjoy your food. And on the back side, there's bathrooms and showers. Inside the Cartoon Cafe, they have mini donuts made fresh right here by this machine. Here's a look at some of the ice creams they have, and it's my favorite ice cream, Ashby's. It's known as the Up North ice cream because most of the places up north have this ice cream. And if hand-dipped ice cream isn't your thing, no problem. They've got all the pre-made wrapped ice creams right here. Even Dippin' Dots. You can even order pizza and wings here. Off in the distance over there is what's called the Jumping Pillow. It's basically a bouncy house without the house, and the kids absolutely love that. It's busy all day long. One other thing they offer over here is a mining area where you can buy a small bag of dirt for your child that contains numerous gems. And then you come over here and there's water going through there. I'll show you that in a minute. And you can mine for some of these gems. And if you look here, it'll show you some of the gems that you could possibly get. Quartz, rubies, obsidian, sapphire, rose quartz, emerald. Now these are all rough cut, not even cut, rough stones, and might not be worth a whole lot as is. But if you're into this sort of thing, you can do the mining. They'll give you a bag of dirt. You put it over here in one of the sifters, and then you drop it down right in that water to get rid of the dirt and see what stones you've got. The Recreation Center always has something going on for the kids, and they post all of those activities on the Jellystone Park app. There's even a vending machine for kids to get drinks here. And all this recreation equipment that you see is absolutely free to use. There's baseballs, soccer balls, basketballs, hula hoops, frisbees, you name it, all kinds of sports equipment is here, and it's absolutely free to check out. You just have to give them your campsite number so they know who's checking out what equipment and when to get it back. There are numerous picnic tables in here, probably around 20 or so, and they offer crafts throughout the day that you can do with your kids. Some of the crafts do require that you pay for them, but some of them are free. Just outside the rec center, there is a ping pong table that is here permanently, And you can just simply use some of the paddles over on that table, and then go right over to this vending machine right here. Buy yourself a ping pong ball for 50 cents and play a game. Or 2 or 3 or as much as you want, as long as you don't lose that ball. One of the other things they offer here is ceramics. You can buy various items. They have Yogi, Boo Boo, Cindy Bear, and even the Ranger up there. And they also have ornaments, Christmas ornaments of each one that you can do. And you can buy these and paint them. There's also a huge selection of other various ceramics over in this area. More Christmas ornaments. There's a dragon right there. It's like a little donut box. They even have a pirate mug. And a superhero. And a horse. And a whole lot more. If you look over here, there's a ton of t-shirts you can choose from, and they're all white, and there's a reason for that. Those t-shirts are meant to be tie-dyed, and they do that, I think, several different sessions once or twice a week. I know we're going to be doing ours on Sunday, and here's some of the shirts that are done. You can also color those shirts, but we're going to do the tie-dye ones. And just in case you're wondering, what are all those toys doing on the wall back there? And if you look down in this cabinet, there's a bunch of prizes down here and candies and things like that. And even more over in this cabinet, and that's because there's an arcade on the other side of the rec center. And the arcade has several games that give you tickets if you win. And you can redeem those tickets just like you would at a Chuck E. Cheese or other similar arcade. All right, well, this is the arcade area, and as I mentioned, several of these games give out tickets as you play. And if you look inside, each one of those has an amount of tickets. There's one that has 1,000 tickets on it. But of course, none of these games are easy. Over here, a giant Space Invaders game, and you sit in these seats and you shoot them with these guns. Pretty cool. Got a Walking Dead game over here. And next to Space Invaders is some sort of bowling game. It's kind of a real and virtual at the same time. You actually do get the balls. They come out down there at the bottom, and then you bowl, and they go inside, and you can't see. And then the lane is extended onto that screen, so that part becomes virtual. Over here, basketball, of course, also gives out tickets. And then over on this side, we've got the claw game. This one gives a winner every single time. Next to it, we've got a game that's out of commission. A couple more games over here. Not sure what this one is, called Crossy Road. And then we have the classic hammer type game where you hit it and see how high you can get it to go. And that tells you how many tickets you get. Back over in this corner, we've got the Jurassic Park game. A shooting game over here. And some classic pinball Ghostbusters right next to that. And over here, another claw game. This one, also tickets. You have to use the claw to try and grab a roll of tickets. And now we're at the ranger station here at Jellystone Park in South Haven. Got a cute little pond out here with a waterfall. And we're gonna head inside and see what's in there. This is the camp store. They sell all kinds of souvenirs, various things that are needed for camping. All right, inside the camping store, you'll find all kinds of things to keep you warm, and it's all branded with Yogi Bear in Jellystone Park. In addition, you can find all kinds of things to use to cook with. You got skewers, tongs, barbecue mops, all kinds of grill accessories. They've even got plates with Yogi Bear in Jellystone Park. Got some oven mitts, pot holders. There's even some books about cooking here. And of course, the one thing that everybody needs, ice. They have ice here. And if you're in an RV, they've got Hot Pockets. There's popsicles, soda, other drinks such as tea, hot dogs, bacon, yogurt, milk. And over here, some adult beverages to sit around the campfire and enjoy. And if for some reason you forgot some of your toiletries, it's no problem. They've got you covered. Toothbrushes, Excedrin, Pepto, Bismol, Tums, calamine lotion, sanitizer, sunscreen, deodorant, Q-tips, razors, and so much more. And as I mentioned before, if you're in an RV, they even sell RV accessories. These are for your toileting needs. They have electrical connections as well, water connections, and over on this side we've got stakes, cables to hook up for your TV, extension cords, and more kitchen accessories. There's even plenty of bug repellent over here, as well as small bottles of propane and things to throw in the fire. And there's no shortage whatsoever of souvenir t-shirts and hoodies. There's also plenty of Yogi Bear stuffed animals, as well as Boo Boo and Cindy Bear. And I don't see Ranger here anywhere, but I have seen him at parks in the past. He might be on the other side. There's plenty of Yogi themed outfits and accessories, as well as toys. There's even a ton of beach apparel here. Plenty of beach towels and sand pails with shovels and all kinds of beach toys. Looking up this way, they have all these stuffed animals, and these are like the Build-A-Bear. You can even get, I see a Yogi and a Cindy Bear. Is that right? Yup. You can get Yogi and Cindy Bear. And then you buy them, put something inside, and then they'll bring them over here to this machine and fill them up and bring them to life. There are some days where this shirt would be very appropriate for me. There's also a ton of candy in here. You can get one of these sticks filled with various flavors of sugar. You have smaller candies, candy bars, bags of candy, and then over on this side, plenty of drinks, such as cold brew coffee, sodas, and even nachos. Plenty of campfire snack accessories over here. They have the Jiffy Pop, if you remember Jiffy Pop. They have that. And they also have these skewers for s'mores. And then the one thing that I saw that I found interesting is this s'more builder. And there's instructions. It's a little pricey for what it is. There's instructions on how to build a s'more inside. And if you're running short on cash, there's also an ATM here in the Ranger station, so you can pull out some cash. And I'm sure it does come with a surcharge, so be prepared for that. There's also all kinds of hats over here, and I was looking at these the other day, some of which I like better than others. This particular hat is only $10, and I like it because it's got Yogi Bear on the front and it says Jellystone. Plus, it's a good summer hat with that mesh. Over here they have the various bags of dirt that I had talked about earlier in the video. You can buy these and take them over to the mining station. There are gems inside this dirt. You have to sift through the water with your bag of dirt to find out what gems you got. There's an area right here where you can build your own little car You pick the chassis and the body style and everything. Right here, you piece together your car. This area in the back features all kinds of paintball guns because I believe they have an area where you can go and play paintball here. Even more over in this corner as well. And looking around, there's also some RC cars. We have some four-wheelers and some Jeeps. All kinds of different cars over here. There's even a boat up there at the top. And you can buy these, and they have a course here where you can either buy or rent and take them out to the course and race around with your friends. So guys, you'll find all kinds of cool stuff inside the ranger station, all of your souvenir needs, all of your accessories for camping. And here's a look at the pool area. There's nobody over there today because it is a little bit cooler, a little bit windy, and has been raining on and off. Over here's a map of the entire site showing you where everything is at, including cabins and various activities and the race car track, recreation center, cartoon cafe, jumping pillow, on and on. And I'll show you guys where we ended up staying. We're over here at site number 2, right next to the Cartoon Cafe. And just so you guys know, on the back side of the Cartoon Cafe is the men's and women's bathrooms. So for future reference, we may try and get like 7 or 8 or even site 4 because they're really close to the bathrooms. From site 2 to the bathrooms, probably about 150 feet, maybe a little bit more. If you're in a tent or a pop-up or something that does not have a bathroom and you need to go in the middle of the night, you want to be close, and sites like this are awesome. Another one of the activities they're doing today is s'mores ice cream cones. And helping out with this activity is Cindy Bear. So they take an ice cream cone, add marshmallows, chocolate, and your choice of strawberry or blueberry. Wrap it up in foil and put it in the fire pit. And another thing they're doing for Chocolate Week is a chocolate milk chugging contest. Everybody loves a good ride with Yogi. And now we're in line for the grain train ride that goes through the campground. And we've got Mr. Ranger, who's standing over there. 2.
Oh yeah.
No camping trip would be complete without making pies in a pie iron over the fire. And there it is, our pie straight out of the fire. It's a little lopsided, but should taste delicious. There are a lot of different areas you can play sports. This one is called Gaga Ball. And this area is reserved for Gaga Ball. It's one of the few times I've seen this where there aren't 10 or 15 kids inside there. And just behind the Gaga Ball, there's an area to play horseshoes. And it may be closed, or you may have to get the horseshoes from somebody. I'm not quite sure. There's some orange cones over here covering the stakes. And I don't know if that's just because nobody's playing right now or because they don't want anybody playing. But there is a horseshoe area over here. Next to the Gaga Ball and horseshoe area, we also have a volleyball area. And it's completely sand, which is really nice. And then next to that, a tennis court slash basketball court. They've got some hoops up here so you can get a basketball from the rec center. Or if you want to play tennis, there's a net set up for that as well. And somehow I completely missed this, but right past the volleyball area is cornhole. And it's a permanent setup for cornhole. These are made out of concrete, it appears. And I'm guessing you probably have to check out the beanbags from the rec center. Oh, and by the way, that's not all. Looking past the cornhole area, way back over there, you may see those odd-looking metal things. There's a whole bunch of them. And that is for frisbee golf. You can also do frisbee golf here. Looking even further back from the area that had cornhole is the Canine Corral, and apparently you can take your dog in there, take him off the leash, and maybe do frisbee with your dog, or have him run around and just let him go free. But the whole area is fenced in, and you don't have to worry about keeping your dog on a leash. They also have bags over there and a wastebasket in case your dog has to go. As I mentioned the other day when I was in the ranger station, they have RC cars that you can buy or rent. And this is the course where you can bring them out and just have some fun and let go with the RC cars. They're all, I believe, 4x4s, so they're four-wheel drive monster trucks and Jeeps and different off-road vehicles like that. There are several different types of campsites that you can get here at the campground. This particular site comes with a patio table, 4 chairs, and an umbrella, as well as a glider chair. And all of these are like a plastic resin, so they're not going to have splinters or anything like that. The paint's not going to peel off. They're very nicely made. And every site will come with a picnic table, so you don't have to worry about that. But this one also comes with a grill. And if you don't have your own, you can use their grill and just buy charcoal and cook up your food right there. And of course, every campsite has its own fire ring. Now, this particular site also has 50 amp, 30 amp, and 20 amp service, as well as cable TV and running water and sewer. Our site only has running water and 30 amp and 20 amp. One other thing I might not have mentioned is that this is a pull-through site. So if you have a big RV, you can simply drive straight through, no worries about backing into a spot. All right, guys, well, I wanted to give you a quick tour of our campsite. As mentioned, all of the sites have a fire ring. Our particular site, though, has some nice landscaping. We have this, I guess they're wild grown grass of some sort here next to us. And then we also have some trees right on our site, which is kind of nice, provides a little bit of shade throughout the day. What I've got is a pop-up, and that is our Easy Up tent, which provides a little shelter in case it rains or it gets hot and sunny. And we've got our picnic table right there with our covering on it, and also our kitchen setup that you will see in just a moment. On the ground at our campsite is one of those outdoor mats, and this helps keep your feet a little bit cleaner and your camper as well. You'll notice we have a mat over here. It was moved out of the way because we were afraid it was going to rain earlier. So we put our shoes on the mat and moved it underneath the canopy. Speaking of the canopy, we have some of these market style lights in the canopy. They're LED and I love them. They're just bright enough. The only thing is they change colors, and once in a while they'll just change by themselves, which is kind of funny. Well, you see we've got our clothesline up there too, where we hang our towels and things to dry. Now, as I mentioned, our particular site has both water and electric, and it's got 30 amp and 20 amp. We're using that 30 amp, which is the blue cable, to run our portable AC on, and the 20 amp is running everything else. And that blue hose, that's our water inlet, and this is our water outlet for the sink, so we can wash dishes, and it empties the gray water out into there, which we dump into the gray water tank. I also mentioned that it wasn't too bad of a walk to the bathroom, about 150 feet, and turning around from our camper, looking between those two tents and zooming in, that is the Cartoon Cafe back there. And right back on that back side of the building is where the bathrooms are. All right, guys, well, I wanted to give you a quick tour of our campsite. And we just have a little pop-up here. And I've made many modifications to this older pop-up. But we want to start with my kitchen cookout here. I've got a brand new table. I just made this table and stained it to make it look like the old barnwood. We've got our grill here for cooking up steaks, hot dogs, and hamburgers. Got a griddle going on over here and another burner. And I'm getting ready to cook some breakfast. So I'll give you guys a little example of what that looks like. We got our griddle going. I'm gonna put some avocado oil on here. Found this works really good. If you haven't used these yet, it's called Misto. You can put anything in here, and then you use a little pump cap, and you pump it up, and you can put oil or grease or whatever you want right on things. You can spray it so you can ration out how much you're going to use. Got my instant hash browns right here, and put those right there. Let's spread those out a little bit. So I probably could have filmed this portion before I started cooking those hash browns, but I figured why not, because they're going to take a little while, just to show you guys what I've got going on. Both these shelves are connected directly to the camper with a bracket. These are very common for pop-up campers. However, I made new shelves because the ones they included were particle board, and that doesn't do too well when it gets wet. So these are weatherproof. This one's actually a giant butcher's cutting block, nice and stable, and I'm very happy with that. Then over here, this one's wood, but it's been coated and it's ready to go. And below that, I've got a clip-on garbage can or garbage bag holder on the leg of this table. Once I finish cooking food, it goes underneath the bug shield until we're ready to eat, and that keeps the bugs off of everything. All right, now we got our sausage going. And a lot of people say use a Blackstone, but to be honest with you, there's very few things that I like on the Blackstone. I don't like to griddle everything I cook. I do enjoy a grilled hamburger over an open flame, as well as hot dogs, brats, steaks, shish kebab, anything that comes off a grill is awesome. Ribs. This griddle is just a simple cast iron thing I picked up. I think it was $15 on Amazon, and it goes right on top of my single burner. I can still cook on the other side if I want to, but this works out great for my needs. This crazy looking metal contraption here is actually a toaster. It's a toaster that goes on your burner, and I've had this thing for close to 20 years. It works perfectly every time. It does a better job than my toaster at home. It really does a nice job. You'll definitely want to pick up one of these little devices to keep your eggs safe when you're traveling. It keeps them from breaking in the cooler. It's hard plastic and it's cushioned on the inside. And there it is. We've got the toast and eggs going. It looks like it's about time to flip that toast. Let's take it around. Flip it to the other side. If you like your toast done a little bit more, you can leave it on longer, but that looks pretty good to me. Get in position just right, and just like that. And there you have it. Breakfast is ready. Just across from our campsite is the Kids Corral playground, and they've got quite a bit over here. They've got some swings for the kids. There's a photo opportunity over here. There's a smaller little climbing play area for the younger toddlers. And then over there is the big playscape that they can run and climb through with a slide and the monkey bars and all that fun stuff. And the other day, over at that mound, they brought over some sort of excavator, dug out a hole, and for Chocolate Week, they did chocolate tug of war. They put a tarp down and filled it with some sort of chocolate sauce. And the kids got pulled into the chocolate sauce, and then they, of course, had to go take a shower, but it was pretty funny to watch. All right, so we just finished doing the tie-dye. They have tons of colors. I think the shirts are gonna turn out good. Let me show you what those colors look like. I think they had 20 or 30 of them. They're cleaning up right now, but I'll just show you all the colors in the buckets. So those containers are filled with all the colors, and there's even more over at this table. Our shirts are put away in plastic bags inside this grocery bag, and they have to stay there for about 48 hours. Once that time has passed, they can then be rinsed out and washed. Once they've been washed and all dried out, I will include a shot of our shirts right here. Well guys, I hope you really enjoyed this trip with us to Jellystone Park in South Haven, Michigan. I'll be sure to put a link in the show notes so you can look them up and book your next camping trip. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to click on that compass so you can stay subscribed to future videos just like this one. And remember, adventure is only a short drive away.